Right, we're back. Just a chill stream. We're going to do some ETS, pumping some miles, I think. Seems we got a bit of time. We're not using that one. We're going to use that. Right, where are we? Let's check garages. Right, so we've got 2 garages full there just starting out. We've got 140,000. I think we need to get, what, another 200, 300,000? So I'm thinking 250, 300, and then we can look at buying another garage. So let's find some jobs and crack on. What are we going to do? 95,000? 51 hours? To drive. F6, 560. 80. Guessing if we want to do a big job, that one, which is just under 40 hours, takes us from Sweden. I think I like the look of that. Start off with a big job then. Bring in some big bucks. 45, what are we doing that with? It's another 10 hours. There is a ferry in there, so I'm half tempted to do. Let's do that one. 95,000. I could lose most of that. And whilst that's loading, let me just make this chat box smaller because it's way over there and it's blocked by my microphone. Let's put it onto that screen for right. Get the old cab sorted. I think that'll do. Good enough. We can see. That's all that counts. Let's get some lights on, shall we?
Turn left. Turn right, and then turn left.
Oh, dear.
Turn left.
Right, let's have a look where we're going, shall we? Enough messing around. That was a bit of an awkward one.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Steering wheel doesn't feel right. Pause. Let me just check I am on the right setting. Let's say ETS2. On the right one. It feels weird. Try it again now, see if I've just toggled it back to ETS2. Maybe it's the truck.
Keep right. right.
Yeah, I think we're coming off here. He did say keep right, didn't he? That's me not paying attention again. Hold on. My mirror's not working, and I remember why, because I didn't change the degrees. Gotta change this to below 60. That's guaranteed to work then. It's daylight, so let's do a bit of an outside view, shall we? I say outside view, I should say cab view. Right. These two going. Try and squeeze over here, I think. Oh, that was close. That was close. Set the cruise on. Grab my cup of coffee.
Keep right, and then exit right.
40 hours to kill. 403 litres. Oh, we got a small tank. Oh, great. We got 3,195 kilometers to go. And my headset has decided to go, no, I haven't got any battery power. Great. Everything's kicking off in one go. Steering just feels really light. I might have to check the settings in the game to see if anything's changed. Because it's done that to me before now. Yeah, maybe it just is the truck. Not very often I drive around in the Acros, so... Watch. Oh, yeah, there we are. I said to myself I'll set the light to the same colour as the truck. Or at least try. We've got a red truck, so we've got red light. So don't forget, chat is open. You're more than welcome to say hello. You can tell me what you've been buying for Black Friday. I need some ideas. I'm still umming and ahhing about getting a HP reverb, but I think I'm shying away from the reverb. I think the not being able to look off axis without it being blurry would really annoy me. Already chewing through the fuel, so we're gonna need to keep an eye out for a fuel stop, I think. But I'll wait until it gets down to the 200, 150 mark. Then we'll look at topping it back up at least. My phone ringing for just throwing Black Friday deals at me. Most of them are utter rubbish. you outside. I do wish I could get this screen to line up a bit better, but it's really bad. The camera throws it off quite a bit, but it's slightly out for me. I can't get it to line up. There must be a game setting I can change that will get it lined down. But whenever I try adjusting it, it's either too much or too little. It's 19:05. We'll go back to single screen when it gets too dark. We've got 105 hours to do this job. And it's 49:45 the actual time to destination. I'm gonna need some armrests. I'm missing the armrests from the old rig. Could have kept them. Maybe I can make some. Sure I could. Maybe I'll get an armrest for a car mounted to the side of the rig. Badge. He's waiting, thank you. Cruise control back on. Sporty sounding car, even though it doesn't look like one. There's the old copper. Keep an eye out for them. Probably end up finding me because I always end up speeding at some point. Finish my cup of coffee already. It's not a good sign. Even though we're doing 90 kilometers, 56 mile an hour, I think this is gonna drag. Get some tunes on. remind myself. Did I change the horn? Nope, I didn't. I forgot. Jeez. It's starting to get darker. We'll be changing the screen to a single screen shortly. There's a nice sunset coming in. Tell me make this corner though be pitch black. Come on. Let's change it to single. Right, so we need to keep an eye out now. It's coming up to, well, 9. Yeah, we can probably stop. Have an early start. There's a rest stop coming up. We might as well fill up the fuel if we're going to be stopping there anyway. Yeah, I've seen that, Jasper, but I'm kind of talking myself out of getting the reverb because the only thing I think that it's got really going for it is the image quality.
Let's find a new route. Go
The problem is, see, none of the headsets are perfect in their own right, and I know that's asking for a lot. So don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to fathom out which one I'm willing to put up with. Now, as much as I would like the image quality of the HP Reverb, messed up the camera. To me, it's still got a few variables. Look at all the traffic coming in. Still a few variables with it. Well, it's mainly going to be used for sitting down anyway. And from all intents and purposes, what I understand is it should be perfectly fine for sitting down experience. If you're going to be doing, you know, room scale, probably better off with a different headset. I'd like to do a little bit of room scale, but personally it would probably be used for sim. But even then, the guys I've seen who are very much sim based, especially driving sim, they seem to prefer a wider field of view rather than having the absolute best image. You know, don't get us wrong, the index is going to be very close in resolution, but comfort would be better on the index, from what I understand. I've already got a Vive, so I've already got the parts. It's not as if I have to purchase the full kit. Tidy that up a little bit, shall we? Well, Pimax will have the wider field of view. The problem is with a Pimax, even that has its own problems because of the field of view and the way it's done. They have to kind of distort the lens as you go further out. If you're willing to put up with that distortion, then fair enough. The index has a wider field of view than, say, the HP Reverb or an original Vibe or Oculus. Got to remember that you're talking 110 degrees, whereas, you know, the index is what, 130 degrees. It's only slightly wider, but I think it's enough to be noticeable. I think I'm being more and more drawn to the index. I think that's what it boils down to. We're talking a similar price. You know, we're talking £430 right now for the reverb, and the index is £469 for the headset alone. You know, so for me it's different because I'd be upgrading from a Vive, so I don't need all the extras. Back in. I don't know. If I had the money to burn, I'd splash out and get both and try them both, but I don't, so I've got to choose wisely, to be honest. Personally, I'd rather have a headset that had inside-out tracking. It's not so much, it's not the price of the index that's putting me off. It's just that I know that, you know, for the downsides to the index, it's got more glare because it's using those damn lenses yet again. Wish we could move away from those lenses. Because the upgrade I did on my Vive, I've got the original Vive upgraded to the Samsung Gear VR lenses, and it's a night and day difference in terms of clarity. You know, yes, you still got the screen door there, but it's so clear. There's no glare, there's no nothing like that. And it just improves the image so much. I just don't understand why they had to go with those lenses in the first place. The way I would look at it right now, if they could do, say, HP reverb in terms of resolution, field of view of an index, comfort maybe of an index. I think the index is probably better for comfort. Inside-out tracking, which one's got the best inside-out tracking? I don't know. Rift S or HP reverb. Index headphones. Not quite sure which one's got the best in terms of head strap. Probably the index. But, you know, produce that kind of headset with refining the panels inside, and you're probably onto a cracking set, you know? But, yeah, I think that's just wishful thinking. Right, so we're fueled up, 574 litres in the tank, 2,861 kilometres to go, 46 hours to drive. I could be here for a while. But what about yourself, Jasper? You've been looking into anything, or you just been looking around? Might pick up an SSD. A couple of good budget 1TB SSDs, NVMEs for about £100. Really tempting. Can never scoff at having too much storage. I thought there'd be plenty of deals on monitors. What kind of monitor are you after, though? $4K27. Any reason why you want to go for 4K? Bus isn't going to slow down, is he?
Keep left.
Stay there, mister. I've got to keep left as well. Right, so, okay. No, that's fair enough. What's your budget? Well, I mean, it really depends on what you're after, but you know, you've got a choice really of going for 4K monitor at 27-inch, or if you really wanted to push the boat out, you could do £400 and go for a 4K TV. 27-inch 4K monitors. I'm sure there's probably a Samsung or BenQ. But I know there'll be plenty of VA type monitors around the 250 mark. 4K though may be struggling because I think you're probably looking at 1080 to 1440 at that price. You can get a 4K for £200. As long as it's a good 4K screen, you're laughing. Nah, I know what you mean. You may not watch the TV itself in terms of channels, but gaming on a large screen is always fun. There's a few times when I'll kick back. I got a 1080p projector on a 100-inch screen, so there's the odd occasion when I'll rig it up to the PC or the PlayStation, and I'll sit back and just chill on a 100-inch screen. It's fun to do. I would love to upgrade that to a 4K projector, but I've seen the prices of those. They're like £2,000 plus. It's like, ouch. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to think. I can't think of anything that was 4K. I'm turning right. He tries to get into his phone. Yeah, see, I'm having a quick look there now, and there's like a BenQ 27-inch. But it's an IPS monitor, but that's 119, so that's not a bunch. Use control on so I don't throttle. EA144. I mean, the screen I got up above, you can't see. It's a 32-inch 4K screen from BenQ. I think that's currently $299. The VA panel, and I think it's free sync up to 75 Hertz. But I mean, I just bought it. I didn't buy an IPS because it didn't need it to be color accurate. I just needed a large screen. Give me the resolution. Does the job quite well. Well, you can use a controller with the PC as well, remember that. You don't have to use keyboard and mouse. I'm sure you can assign keyboard controls. I mean, I know I've used my Xbox controller many a time with the PC.
Keep right.
Some daylight, so let's go back, shall we? I see you choosing console to make sure it's a level playing field because you're using a controller. You can get those, what do you call those? Those lap... I don't know what they call them. Lap dogs, lap trays, whatever they want to call them, I don't know. Give you keyboard and mouse in your lap. But again, that's just extra expense, to be honest. Just get yourself a large sandwich tray. Come on. Oof. So we're looking 43 hours. It'd be nice if we can get 10 hours under our belt. We're nearly there, 3 hours away.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, turning again.
Exit right.
I'm sure there were some LG 4K screens on sale. I would have a look on Amazon. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, you git. That's it, wreck my trailer. Bugger. Let's have a look at the damage. 1%, 1%, 0. I can live with that. Right, Dijon. Turning off again, get in the right lane.
Keep right.
Yeah, unfortunately, without having a proper good look, I can't really recommend any 4K monitors, but I'm sure there must be some, but I don't know, £200 may be a high asking price, you know? Like most decent 4K screens, you're probably looking 3. Which is why I would suggest maybe looking at a TV for 4K. There's some really good budget TVs out there, you know? But again, I think either way your price is going to be above 200. I mean, good luck if you find something great. Put it in chat and let us know. Which one is it, do you know?
Keep right, and then exit right.
Right.
Exit right.
Come on, you don't slow down. Oh God. There's always one. It. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Philips 2760. Alright, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I've got no experience of Philips screens. That's gone into the wrong gear. That's the engine popped. Philips still make their own screens? I know they used to. Don't know if they still do these days. Well, I mean, if console-wise, I don't think any of the consoles support over 60 Hz anyway, do they? I gotta admit, I don't know, because it's not something I really look into these days. But if you want to future-proof yourself, then it would be nice to have at least a FreeSync or adaptive sync screen of some form. But because I got a feeling the next edition of consoles anyway will probably support FreeSync. What is it? I was looking the other day, and I think the 2019 model OLED screens now support G-Sync on a basic level, which I was quite impressed with. Even TVs now are supporting these new higher frequencies and adaptive frames and what have you. On the current consoles, I don't think it would matter, but if you then plan on upgrading, say, to a PS5 or whatever the Xbox is, Scorpio, whatever it is, then, yeah, chances are it probably will support some kind of high refresh. But until we get specifications that state, you know, 100 Hz, 120 Hz, whatever, probably 120 Hz, I would have thought. That seems to be the norm for TVs. Well, at least they're the brand new high-end TVs anyway. I will buy when it's out.
Right.
It's not out until the
Then exit
5th.
right.
I've bought all the DLC, so I'm just waiting for the new one to arrive. Oh, I'm sure I'll go all over the shop. No, but chances are I'll probably pick it up on the day it's released. Actually, there's an idea. I wonder if it's out in CD Keys, because CD Keys for the last few has actually had the DLC available to purchase as a pre-order, and it's usually discounted. I haven't actually checked. I need to go into CD Keys and check to see if they've got it available as a pre-order. Be nice if they have, especially if it's discounted. Come on, open up. Ugh. Right, I think we've just about covered the first 10 hours. Oh my god. Someone's smoking a little bit. Out of the way, you. We've got another 39 hours or so to go. We're just coming up to half a tank. Still got another 2,346 kilometers to go. 1,455 miles. Well, you can say that about a lot of areas, you know. It's always nice to see your hometown on a map somewhere in a game or whatever it turns out to be, you know. I wouldn't have a clue. Wait until I get the game, I'll let you know. It'll be in the map. 299 litres. I think I'll leave that go for a little bit. Oh, don't worry, we'll be driving around Bulgaria when we get the DLC. I'll make sure that, because whenever I get new DLC, I always head out to that area and do a couple of runs through or around that area if I can anyway, just taking in the sights, see what's there, see how it looks. Come on, slow it down. And that's the beauty of YouTube, bringing people together from all over the world. God, this truck needs a bit of grunt. Feels so lackluster, it's ridiculous. Out of 38 hours, I'm 50. What up? Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be here for like hours doing this one job because I've taken a 50-hour job? More fuel coming up, do I bother? Probably not. Skip this one. Keep an eye for the next one. What's this guy towing? A little mini digger thing? That's pretty cool. I like that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
North of England? No, I'm in South Wales.
Exit right.
I'm Welsh boyo. I just don't have a particularly strong Welsh accent. It sneaks out now and again. Got a bit of everything here, to be honest. Look out, police are out again. Honk honk. Right down that white line. Plenty of room.
Keep left, and then continue straight
And he
on.
puts his foot down. Now we go to keep left. Don't bother changing lane.
Go straight on.
Crossing all of Wales in a straight line. Well, I bet he had a fun time. Wales ain't exactly flat. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. There's quite a few crazy people around. Wherever you go, there's always a crazy person somewhere. Yeah, if somebody said go from one side of Wales to the other in a straight line, they'd be like, yeah, no thanks. I'd rather stay at home. Well, don't think we're going to get around this guy in a rush.
And then continue straight on.
He's pegging us at 90. Actually, I think he's pulling away. No, he's not. He's
Go straight on.
Go straight on. Okie dokie. Wow, there's a lot of people who would be interested to see what happens
and then
to the views.
On.
I mean, let's face it, he's outdoors. And Wales it's a nice place, Wales, if you want to look at views. It's got some really good scenery. You know, you don't have the green valleys of Wales for no reason. That's like everywhere. Everywhere has its views. I'm pegged at 90. What speed is this guy coming in at? Just breezing past me. No.
Go straight on.
Just wanted to push his way. And I gotta admit, Wales has some really good roads. There's a couple of roads in the middle of nowhere that are really good to drive. What are we on for fuel? 184. I think it may be worth stopping here, picking up some fuel.
Go straight on.
Oh my luck, if I breeze past this one, I'll probably miss fuel yet again.
Rerouting.
Right, let's fill it up. Hey Throttle, how you doing? No, that's alright. I mean, for the last couple of days I haven't been streaming anyway. I took a bit of a break. I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a bit of a break. Got things I need to sort out. Black Friday's coming up. I want to have a quick look around, see what's around. So yeah, just had a bit of a chill week, to be honest. Been nice.
Keep left, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Did a bit of a Assetto Corsa competition earlier on. Just had some practice laps at Silverstone, because Silverstone's a track that I haven't really raced at. I needed to try and learn it. Still kind of learning it, but I'm a lot better than what I was. What's the time? 16:47. We're on 36 hours remaining. The destination, we've got 84 hours to play with. We've got a 2,000 kilometers to travel. I do like that view. I don't mind Spa, but it's got to be something like an F1 car or something around Spa. Even things, you know, taking a GT3 car around Spa just seems, ugh. I don't know, it's not as enjoyable. The F1 cars around Spa, though, is definitely fun. Got to take the right car around the right track, you know? Oh, let's get the old cruise control. Who knows? I'll try and take this down to about 20 hours. When we do...
Go straight
oh, crap. Everybody's changing lanes. When we do, we'll probably stop for fuel. When I stop for fuel at around 20 hours, I shall take a minute break just to get another cup of coffee. Because I can already feel myself going, I want coffee, I need caffeine. Damn it! Go away, copper. Leave me alone. Hello there, guitar. How you doing? Oh, I don't know. Depending on the F1 car you're driving, sometimes you have to do a bit of braking in there as well. Not all of them are flat out. We back up to 90 now? Still at 80. That's good to hear. You are a Euro Truck driver as well? Are you PC gamer or... Imola is your favourite track.
Go straight on.
Good, good. PC gamer is what we need to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like consoles. I got a PS4, but there's nothing really there that comes out on PS4 that I want to play these days. Oh, come on. Okay, it's so slow around there. Oh, okay, he's going fast. I don't need to change lane. I can stay where I am. Right, let's have a butchers. Where are we? He's coming up to just gone 6. 534 litres, and we've got just under 2,000 kilometres. 1,926. That's 1,195 miles. Yeah, just a little bit tight. They certainly saw him coming. I didn't. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, the oh
Keep left,
god,
and then continue straight on.
Bathurst, isn't it? I'm trying to remember the name now.
Go straight on. Keep left, and then continue straight on.
What was the other one then? I'm trying to think of the name.
Go straight on.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. You're gonna have to find out for me because it's now doing me head in.
Keep left, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
What is it? Is it?
Go straight on.
I'm sure it had its own name though. Can't be the one. Oh, this game is too relaxing. Oh, trust me, there's been the odd time where I've nearly drifted off to sleep. Those clouds, they look ominous. Looks like it's gonna piss down in a moment. Boom. Oh. Nearly done 32 hours, or down to 32 hours. We've nearly done our first 20 hours. And I've been on for an hour and 4 minutes. No, Albert Park, yeah, that's the one. I mean, that's the name I was trying to think of. Oh, crap. Go away. Leftover pie? Steak and pie. Or steak and kidney pie. Oof, haven't had that for a while. I think all I've had today is a ham sandwich. Woe is me. Maybe I'll have steak tomorrow. That sounds good. Steak and chips. Okay. Cruise back on. We're supposed to be doing 80. Oh, let's slow down though. No, my luck, I'll get done. So I'll do 84. Starting to get dark? Yeah. Okay, just change it to single screen for now. Try and find a place to pull up. Glad I slowed down because there goes a copper. Ha ha ha! Huckleberry pie, hey? Isn't Australia always on fire, though? It's so damn dry and hot out there. There's always a part of it somewhere on fire. I don't know how they manage. I think they do sometimes. Right, ideally, we need to try and find a place to rest that. Well, I wouldn't say gentle. They seem cute and cuddly. They got some claws on them. What's your favourite chips? Chips in the UK may be different to chips elsewhere. Not potato chips in a packet, we're talking chips as in, you know, fries, as you might call abroad. But chunky chips. Down to the local chip shop. Bag of chips, salt and vinegar. Oof, yeah. Haven't had that in ages. I need to do that. That's sounding like a plan to do tomorrow. Right, I think we've got a rest stop coming up. This has got fuel as well, so we might as well, again, if we're stopping at a rest stop and there's fuel there, we might as well chuck fuel in the truck as well at the same time.
Finding new route. Go straight on.
I never used to be a fan of vinegar on chips, but whoa, when I got older, I certainly started and was like, you know what, I've been missing out. Ding ding. Right, let's find the place to stop, shall we? Close the door. There we go. Plug in. There you go. I can start now. Is there a rest stop here somewhere?
Okay, let's find a new route.
Ah yes, by here.
Go straight on.
Get some rest. Yes, battered fish. Don't have the newspaper anymore now. Not allowed to here. They still wrap it up in paper in some places, but it's like plain paper. Not allowed to use newspaper anymore because of the print coming off. It's just crazy. I remember for years as a child having chips wrapped up in newspaper. But how the laws change, you know? Either that, or now they come in polystyrene cartons, you know. That's really healthy for the environment. Great thinking, guys. Chicken Madeira. Sounds interesting.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, my money's going up. I'm on 173,000. Hold on, what? Did he say go right?
Exit
Oh yeah, he did.
right.
Don't take first right.
Go straight on.
Yeah, right on.
Keep right.
We can change it back to that view now. Oh, well, you know, if you're going to put mayonnaise on chips, then you've got to do cheesy chips. That's where you get your chips. Grate some cheese over it, put them in the oven, take them out, put them on a plate, and then put some ketchup to the side and mayonnaise on top. Oof. It's kind of a lethal mix, cheesy chips. But cheesy chips with mayonnaise is good. That's in the wrong gear again. Chips and gravy, yeah, I'm not a fan of chips and gravy though. I think the mood has to take me. I mean, I have had it, but it's, you know, firstly it's either just plain chips and vinegar with salt, or it's going to be cheesy chips. Oh, look at the view there. That's a good view. Won't let me do it that way. There's a nice bridge over there, but you can hardly make it out.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Whoa, it's really hard doing that.
Turn right.
We're going right.
Keep left.
Keep left. Follow this guy by the looks of it. We're under 30 hours, we've got another 8 hours. Down to 69 hours remaining to complete the job in. Chances I can see me stopping at least 2 more times. What have we done? 1 hour 16. So I can see this taking at least another hour and a half. We'll take a minute or 2 break in between now. Cruise control on. I did come on thinking, you know, I'll do a couple of small jobs, but when I saw the big jobs, I thought, you know what, let's do a big job. It'll kill a couple of hours. If you're only 5 miles away, wouldn't it be freezing where you are too? I mean, it's only 5 miles. Can't be that much of a difference. I've still got my mic has gone overly sensitive again. I wonder if my mic's gone up again. Because I had to reset my mic this morning, yet again. I'm trying to do it so it's got noise cancellation, so things like the tapping here, you wouldn't get picked up. But it is getting picked up, which is rather annoying. But then if I try and do noise cancelling, it cancels out my voice at the same time. Go figure. What are you slowing down for? 80 limit, I'm doing 90. Let's back it off a little bit. How much was this wheel? Well, the actual wheel itself was about 50 quid. But if you mean the motor and everything else that you need to go with it, you're talking about £1,000. Oh, it's a sunny -8. Lovely. That's just what you want. Another 6 grand brought in by one of the drivers. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend spending £1,000 just to play ETS. You know, if your driving game is going to be ETS only, then I would say Thrustmaster or G29 steering wheel, perfectly fine. But if you want to get into racing and you want a lot more detail, then I would certainly suggest spending however much you want, because if you want to spend, you know, £200 you can. If you want to spend £2,000, you certainly can as well. It's all down to what you're going to play, you know. So there's, as I say, ETS doesn't really require a high-end wheel. It doesn't have intricate feedback. Force feedback is very basic, to say the least. So you can get away with budget wheels and still have an enjoyable experience. yeah, there's racers out there who use G29s who are very competitive, if not win. So, you know, the difference is if you go for a high-end wheel, you just get more feedback. It's not going to make me faster. It's not going to make me any better. You know, that's down to me to try and improve. But because I wanted a wheel that offered me better fidelity, shall we say, then I was happy to spend the money. Glad I did. But in a game like this, it's no different, to be honest. Which one, the G29? Yeah, I mean, that's down in price at the moment. Black Friday deals are out, and I saw, because I was looking to see what deals were out. They were still at £200, but I noticed that they've dropped down to about £149 here in the UK. Which is about what I would suggest most people pick them up at about the 150 mark. I mean, I've seen them as low as £129, but I haven't seen them £129 for a long time. £150 is a good price to buy it at. £200 is like, you may be better off seeing if there's a deal on the Thrustmaster. Oh, it's a little bit busy here. Can't make my mind up what lane I want to be in. And what you tend to find is your average deal will be the wheel and pedals, and then you'll have another deal which will be the wheel, pedal and the shifter, and it usually works out slightly more expensive. But when they do their special deals, you usually find that it's everything included for a really good price. So as I say, you know, for 150 now, you can pick up all three over the Black Friday period. So if you were in the market and you had the money to spend, I would suggest buying now. The next time it'll probably be down in price will probably be closer to Christmas, and then after Christmas and the January sales. And then you tend to find random points throughout the year, then it'll come down in price. But, you know, you have to keep an eye out.
Go straight on.
When I first bought my G29, I was lucky enough to do browsing the website one day, and boom, there it was, £129. I grabbed it, used that for a good, 6 months or so before I upgraded.
Keep left, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Another massive bridge. That was fair enough. The only thing you can do is put your money to one side then. I mean, if money is awkward for you, then save it up, put it to one side, and buy it when it's cheap. Even if it means you have to wait another 4-6 months. You know, I'd say you're probably better off saving the 50 quid or whatever it works out to be, so at least then that's money you can invest into the next product you want to get. Whether that would be upgrading the shifter, because remember, the shifter that comes with it, it's really basic. There's next to no feel with it. Now, you can enhance the feel by buying add-ons, which you can buy from eBay. I don't know how good they are, but from all intents and purposes, it's supposed to be quite good. But what I would recommend doing at some point would be to upgrade the shifter. But then to get a better shifter, you're probably talking about £100. On the flip side, there's plenty of people selling a G29 on eBay. G29s are always available on eBay. You just got to be careful with what you're buying, and you never know whether you're buying one that's, you know, a year old or 6 months old. So you're always taking a risk, because, you know, it could last you a lifetime. It could last you 6 weeks. It could last you a day. The electric pickup. that's butt ugly, man. That's
Go straight on.
I can understand, and the specs seem pretty good, you know, but when you look at the damn thing, and there's people there who are like, oh yeah, look at me, I've put my deposit on one of these electric trucks, blah blah blah, and it's like, it's growing on me, and it's like, it's not growing on you. You've put your money on it because it's a name that you want. There's no way you can sit there and say that's a good looking truck. It's butt ugly. But, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day. You know, and if you want to spend your money on a butt ugly truck, you can be my guest. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, personally. I mean, let's face it, it looks like a deformed DeLorean. Yeah, it's... You know, for the money you spend on it, you know, okay, you're not gonna get an electric truck for that kind of spec. I'd rather buy a normal Tesla, though, let's face it. And put a trailer on the back. I don't know. I just don't see why. Nah. Don't get it. I'd rather have a normal Tesla. Slap a trailer on the back, you know? It'll do me fine. Unless you're going to be using it day in, day out, you know, for pulling heavy loads. Let's face it, that's what it's designed for, just like any normal truck. You know, the American trucks, they're not designed just to be chauffeuring people left, right and centre. They're really designed to be pulling loads. This is why they always got the figures quoting their pulling power and all of that rubbish. I can't remember what the figure is, to be honest, but... if it's going to be used for what it's intended to be, then fine, maybe so, but... I wonder how well that would fare, though. I mean, you know, they're talking about how much... I don't know how it works with batteries and stuff. You know, if you're pulling its max weight and everything, that's going to put a strain on the batteries. How are the batteries, you know, going to last compared to day-to-day driving? You know, does it tax the batteries more, and that means that they become worse quicker over time? I don't know.
Go straight on.
I don't know whether there is a train of thought that works that way, or am I just overthinking it? We're at 22 hours. Went down to half a tank. Skip this one and we'll go on to the next one. I was watching a video on YouTube that was suggesting that there's been a development in battery design.
Go straight on.
But obviously it's... if it is what it says it is, then it's going to take time to come to market. It has to be developed and processed and that rubbish, but... so perhaps maybe in the next 3 to 5 years we might see a change with batteries, but... it'll be good if it does happen. You know, I think it's something like doubles or triples the length of power per cell or whatever, I don't know. It was an interesting watch. I think it was the same guy who does B is for build. Oh, look up the guy B is for build in YouTube. I like watching his videos. You know, he custom builds or repairs cars. So I think the last one was a Lamborghini that he's done an LS swap in. And he took to SEMA. But he did a video with regards to these batteries. Just talking about it. It was an interesting watch, you know? Especially if it all comes to light, then you can see how things would move on. Right, pick a spot. Oh, we're supposed to go over here, I think. These are the truck ones, I believe. If it's not bridges, it's blimmin' tolls. I hate the damn things. At least you can drive straight through those ones. Right, so, next fuel stop. It's only 12:56 though. Ooh. Rain down there. I'll be the wrong shift. But nice when I can get the company that I'm trying to build here to a point where the drivers are doing the main work, they're bringing in the money, and I can just potter around then and start going around the roads that I want to go around. I can start concentrating on doing the map percentage. What the map percentage on now? Probably about 10% maybe? Probably less than that. I think I used to be on like 85% map. Oh, gutted.
Go straight on.
So another fuel and rest stop coming up. What are we going to do? It's 1:30. Yeah, I'll skip this one. I know I said that's 20 hours to go. We'll take a minute break just to grab a coffee, but I think I can survive.
straight on.
Oh, I hate toll roads. Gladly, there's not that many toll roads here in the UK. And I never go through London, so I don't have to pay a congestion charge, because I wouldn't want to deal with all that rubbish, to be honest. Yeah, they're popping up,
Keep
and they...
right, and then exit right.
No doubt there'll be more and more and more of roads turning to
Exit
tolls. That was good timing. Beep. Hours and 27 minutes remaining. 63 hours.
Go straight on.
I don't understand that then, Throttle, because... Damn copper. What would make it difficult to get over? Is it like extremely thick or something? Or is it like really steep, or is it, you know, what is there anything that would make it difficult? Oh, sitting in my legs, going sleep. Oh my god. Ah, well, yeah, there we are. That explains it then. They're probably thinking, well, if he can get over it, there's no way I'm going to get over it, so let him go. Busy having his own donut, probably. Uh-oh, trouble. Oh, I can't turn, there's somebody next to me. Why? Oh, you. You were an idiot. That guy, right over there, is an idiot. There was no need for that. Right, damage. Let's have a quick look. 4%, 4%, 0. Still nothing on the
Go
goods.
straight on.
Not my truck anyway, so I'm not worried. They're probably used to it anyway. You're probably not the first person to take the road by accident. I remember I was driving somewhere and there was a set of lights. We stopped at a set of lights and there was like these 3 or 4 sets, and I can't remember what it was now, but the set that I thought was for me had changed. And there was, I think, was another two over this side. There was one in front of me, and I think there was maybe one to the left of it as well. And there was a section of road that I've never been on. It was in a separate town altogether, and there was like 4 of us in the car. And we were all like, right, that's got to be my light. I said, it's because it's right in front of me. And everybody was like, oh, it looks like it is. Just go for it. And of course, I went, and I thought, right, okay, we'll drive safely across because there was no traffic anyway. Lo and behold, there was a copper right behind me that I didn't even notice because I was too busy staring at the light, wondering whether I should go or not because I couldn't tell. And the guy pulled me over, and he was like, so do you realise you just went through a red light? And I said, well, no, I said, because the light, which I thought was for me, was green. And he said, no. He said, it's the other light that you should be watching. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not from this area. And he did say, well, to be honest, lots of people do it, but he did say that you did drive across cautiously and carefully, so I'm not going to do anything this time, which I was really happy about. So, you know, the police can be really good and friendly, but it was a confusing road to say the least. And even the copper said himself, it catches loads of people out.
Go straight on.
Oh, we're turning up by here.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Yeah, well, you always get somebody who wants to do it by the book and not willing to, you know, work outside the box and think for himself. And it's kind of frustrating when people are like that, but in one way you can understand why they're like that, because they're dealing with people like that on a daily basis. But, you know, it's nice to know that some people bring a human element to their job rather than just working to the book day in, day out.
Go straight on.
Right, we've got 182 litres left. I really need some fuel. I'm tempted to try and turn here and take the fuel to the left, but I've got 179 litres on board. I'm hoping that there's another stop up ahead. That's 4:35, 17 hours remaining. I need a cup of coffee, so we'll see if this fuel gets me to a fuel stop and a rest stop. Will he run out of fuel again on the way? That is the question. really quickly. When I'm streaming, I just use granules. Just instant coffee stuff. I haven't got time to make a proper one. Otherwise, if I make a strong coffee, I'll either do an Nescafé pod. Takes a bit longer. Or I'll use fresh ground coffee in a percolator. But then that takes longer because I gotta pile it all in, squash it in, and boil it all and wait for all that to go. So whilst I'm streaming, I just do instant coffee just to get a little kick. I got a rest stop coming up, and no fuel. I'm going to carry on till the fuel stop, because I want to see what happens. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not going to stop the stream for 5 minutes to make a cup of coffee. Just grab instant for now. I got a little 1 cup shot. I don't know what you call it. I guess it's just like it's an Italian. You put water on the bottom, ground coffee in to the little cup, and you boil it, and it filters up through and goes into the top of it and gives you the coffee. Can't remember, I think it's just a percolator. But yeah, I use one of those if I want a really, really strong cup. I was going to buy a six cup one, but I thought, nah, I'll be drinking way too much coffee. I'd drink the whole thing on its own. I limited myself to like 1 shot a time. More effort to make, less likely to be making it left, right and centre then. Alright, where is the fuel stop? We're down to 132. This is starting to get worrying.
Go straight on.
I wouldn't know. I just enjoy coffee. Don't get me wrong, I can drink a cup of tea, I can drink green tea, but I just prefer coffee at the end of the day. All got caffeine in it at the end of the day, so... Well, we've gone over the 200,000 mark. We're on 214,000 now, and I'm still driving to my destination. We've got 5% damage. 5 on the truck, 5 on the trailer, 0 on the goods itself. Well, that's a bit weird. Never heard of tea making people's stomachs queasy. Maybe it's the type of tea you've tried? You haven't bought some kind of Japanese weird branded tea thing? I don't know. 107. Oh, look at him. Didn't find anything. Didn't find a job, so he had to return back with fuel and maintenance cost of 855. Fired. Red Zinger. Oh, that sounds interesting. That's what you get when you buy these weird branded teas. sure it wasn't something to make you go to the toilet. Laxative. Oh, he had the same idea. Don't slow down, Jesus. And here comes the rain. 92 litres, no fuel. Oh, I'm stuck.
Go straight on.
Yes, you're running out of fuel. I know, I'm looking for fuel. No, we're not going to turn. You can get a mod. You can get Grimes Winter mod. Ah, there's fuel. Really talked my way past it. Maybe I'll have to... Yeah, I'll have a look at downloading the winter mod. I did that last time. I think over December I did the winter mod. Maybe I'll do it again and add the winter mod for everywhere. It makes driving a little bit more interesting. Right, fill it up. Guessing we're stopping here. I think we've rested a little bit too early. Right, there's the stop. I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. I'll be as quick as I can. I'll leave it on that screen and I'll be back shortly. Oh, let me exit out. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes, probably about a minute or so. Right. We're back. Where's the camera? There. Time to crack on. Lights are on. Parking's still on. Damn it. Right. 14 hours to go. 3:56. 49 hours to complete the job. 361 miles to go. 598 in the tank. We should be able to get there on what we've got left. He says. At least now we can watch the sunrise. Don't know if it looks quite the same in the outside view there. I keep saying outside view, not outside view, the camera view. You know what? I'm not even sure that my camera, the GoPro I'm using, is actually working properly. I'm sure that the image could be a lot crisper than what it is, and I'm not sure whether it's the camera or the cam link. I've got a feeling it's the camera. I'd like to change it. Or at least try another one just to see, but just get my hands on another GoPro to test it with.
Go straight on.
I'm going. Go. That's a hell of a view.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Keep right and exit right.
Exit right. Keep right.
I need to change lane. I think I need to pull in behind this guy.
Exit right.
Coming. Right, let's go back to that because it makes for a better view whilst it's still pretty dark. Nope. Won't take the gear. There it goes. So we've been at this job now for 2 hours and 5 minutes to do a 50-hour job. We've still got 12 hours to go. What did I say? About 2.5 hours, or maybe 2:45? Ah, we'll see. Goes to show how much time you need to be able to complete just one job, especially if you take one of the big jobs. But with the money I'll earn from this, that should take me to 300,000 quite easy. We're now on 219, so we've still got another 10 hours for my guys to earn money as well. The traffic ahead.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Come on, why are you being so slow? Oh, that's the ferry port. That'll kill a bit of time. Because I think we're travelling on this ferry to go across.
Get ready to turn left.
So that should shave off... hoping that's going to shave off a good 5 hours, if not more.
Turn left. Go straight on.
I don't know where I'm going. I think it's... At a total guess.
Finding new route.
As long as the time has gone down, we're good. 2 hours 55 to go.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
The wrong gear.
Get ready to turn right.
Right, don't turn this right because I went down here the last time. Took the wrong right. This is the one.
Right.
Change,
Go
don't
straight
change.
on.
No. Ugh. Jaffa. Come on, shift. Now they all accelerate. Should be a speed limit of 80, so let's get it to 84. We've got plenty of fuel. There's only 163 kilometers or 100 miles to go, and we've got 194 liters in the tank, so that's fine. Gonna do this 2.5 hours or whatever. 2 hours 20. And we be there. What's the money on now? 220,000. Wouldn't mind that hitting 230, 240,000 before we finish. Then we'll have a nice chunk of money to spend next time. And I've got to decide where to buy a garage. Might put one in the UK. Oh crap. Could have been a lot worse. I took out the sign though. Oh. Let's check the damage. 550, we're good. I swear the damage is too light in this game. That should have been a cracked mirror and God knows what by now.
Get ready to turn left.
I wonder if they ever do. It would be good if they actually started doing deformable trucks, you know, damaged panels, panels falling off. I wonder if they'll ever get to that stage. Well, me driving, yeah, Eurowreck Simulator galore. But it would be good. I mean, you know, you can damage your truck to 100%, but your truck to look at will be perfectly fine. You know, it's, and I know there are, you know, when you're having manufacturer, you know, look at things like GT Sport or the GT games. You never had damage in them for a long time. You know, not every game is able to have damage to the vehicles because of the kind of contracts they got with the manufacturers. I wonder if they've got anything like that stops them from doing it, or could it be that they just haven't implemented it into the game engine yet? It would be nice, even if they just did damaged mirrors, because more than anything, if in a truck it's either going to be front end damage, or it's going to be something like a trailer damage, or it's going to be a mirror or a windscreen. So having a crack in the windscreen may be good, having a crack in a mirror here, mirror there, the front mirror smashed off maybe. You know, it's just adds to the realism. I mean, they want to call it a simulator, then simulate the damage as well. All very well having a little icon that says truck damage, but just would be nice, and especially now when you've got plenty of other games that are able to simulate car damage and God knows what. Why can't you simulate it on a truck? "33 minutes to go." Look out. As long as he doesn't pull back. Right next to me right now. Give me my mirror. One way to make him slow down, that's just squeeze him. There he goes.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Don't stop. Get.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Waste all the air, shall we? To know that the air tanks stay quite full when you've been stupidly hitting the brake like I just did. Right, destination coming up. There's the flag.
Get ready to turn left. Turn
Looks like
left.
a nice easy park. Oh, that went in gear nice. Oh, lovely.
You have arrived at your destination.
Smash
Your
them
route
together.
guidance is now finished.
Camera. Oops. Gotta fix that. Right, strainer up. Oh man, it looks straight that side, but it's not the other side. I think we're in. Et voila. 95,000. Oh yes. And we ranked up as well, which is nice. What are we going to go for is the question. Fragile cargo? That gives us 316,000 to play with. That's definitely a garage and maybe a truck or two. What kind of jobs do we get on now? We've gone up over 100,000 yet. Yep, to 120,000 now. 58-hour. That'll be a fun one. For a yacht. 36, that's not bad. 36-hour drive, 90 grand. 61. I haven't seen 61 in ages. 61.46. I haven't got the time to do that now, but that would be tempting to do if it's there the next time we come round. Yacht Queen V39. 9 ton. I don't know if I've done that one. Interesting. Anyway, we've been at this for the last, what, 2.5 hours? Thereabouts, anyway. Right, and so I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to take a break myself. Hope you've enjoyed. If you had, give it the old thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. So take care, and bye for now.